in cooking.
Not cooking, just mobile game.
No cooking.
I can't cooking.
Okay.
I
I understand.
I imagined muffin or cookie, but you said mobile.
Yeah, I imagine baking something. Yeah.
I'm not good at baking or cooking.
So I would say he want to eat your cookie, but it's okay.
I can
You want
just give you
mobile
mobile cookie. Yes, mobile.
Someday. Yeah. Actually, my case, I went to Busan. It was really good, but I really want to go there again.
I have lived in Busan.
Oh, really?
7 years.
When?
Since I was 5 years to elementary second years.
Oh, really? It has been a really long time.
Yes, I think Busan is very good because I can travel.
Right.
I can go to the sea very often.
Right. The fresh air.
Yes.
Yeah,
After
really
I
good.
moved in Seoul, I think I never have go to the sea.
Why? Yeah.
Why did you go to Busan?
Just for family trip.
Just it's not
Yeah.
hometown? Yeah, okay.
Yeah. My hometown is here. Yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah. How about Soo-young? How was your holiday?
Yeah, I was wondering.
I didn't go to somewhere, and I just
You
played.
went to Gyeongbokgung Palace.
Ah.
I see picture. You
sorry.
yeah, nice clothes.
Yeah.
It
You're
is
so handsome.
family trip. But I did play basketball with my friends 3 days in
경복궁?
No.
I was really serious. You can play the basketball in 경복궁.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
In basketball field.
Yes.
Yeah.
Damin.
Oh?
What
I
did you?
said.
Yeah,
I said I play cooking. Yes.
Game.
Do you guys
How
like
you're
mobile games?
Sorry, I didn't catch
Do you
it.
guys like the mobile game?
Mobile game?
Actually, I don't like it because I'm not good at it.
Mm.
Me too.
I didn't do mobile game too. I prefer the PC games more.
What kind of game?
What's the example? Yeah.
I like League of Legends, but I'm not very good at it. So I always the character Yumi. I don't like it Yumi so much. The Yumi is like a heal, and it's very boring. Just healing other people. I don't like
My
it.
last mobile game was the zombie high school. When I was in elementary school.
My younger sister played now too.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Yeah. It's a masterpiece.
My last mobile game is the Bounce Ball.
Yeah, it's really good.
Funny. Yeah. Very good game.
I think many people did their mobile bag once.
Bag?
Have you ever did the mobile bag?
Yeah, of course.
I did it 3 years ago.
But its volume is so big, so
I think it's really hard to control everything.
I did it because the PC bag is I need to pay, but in mobile.
yeah. 진짜 뭐지?
Yeah.
Then it's time for our class finish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Surprised.
So
I turn
But
my
this free
sound
talking
off.
time more
it's
than
good.
our. Yeah.
I think next time we can do it too.
Okay.
Next push time. Then see you at class Zoom.
Okay. Bye. Bye.
I don't plan this exact plan, but I big plan. I
Okay. Any question for Suyan?
I have a question.
I have a
Yeah.
Jiyoon.
Oh, you do first.
Jiyoon.
Oh, thank you. Suyan, how do you usually study? Do you organize your notes?
yes, I organize my note and play internet lecture. So first in internet lecture after I organize note.
Okay.
And my question was, what subject was the most difficult in the exam?
For me, I was very difficult for French. I got very lower score this midterm.
It was the hardest exam, I think. This French is very hard, and many things are ruined, I think. And yes, and don't worry, not only you. And Jiyoon, can you tell me?
My midterm grade was really terrible. I had never had a bad grade before. I think the failure of this exam was I didn't have enough time to study. My math skill isn't good, so I didn't study a lot in the winter vacation, so I forgot most of the things. And we should solve easy questions and solve hard questions next, but the school progress was really hard, and I couldn't follow up the speed. I had to study math again in March and April, so I didn't have time to study other subjects. So I will study math harder and try to have enough time to study other subjects.
Okay. And do you have any questions?
Do you think what is important in math, pre-study or review?
I think pre-study is more important because review is also important, but we have to solve a lot of questions in math by short time. The studying would help solve questions faster.
Actually, I think most important thing is review, because if I don't review, I easily forgot the concepts, and I think review is more important. And last, I want to hear Youngmin's.
I felt a lot of things through this midterm exam that the review should be conducted at all times. In fact, even when I was in middle school, if I had studied 2 weeks before the exam, I usually got good grades. But the first exam at Dale for Language High School was shocking to me. Therefore, during this final exam, I will thoroughly review the concepts and practice solving the advanced questions.
Yes, and good decision. Okay. If you have any questions?
Youngmin?
Yeah.
Which subject did you take the best?
I think the Korean is the best subject my score.
Did you study hard? Did you study hard Korean?
I didn't study Korean the lowest, but I got a good grades in Korean.
Your basic are good. Like. And the second difference was that the time when I was taking exam, the time wasn't enough for me, even though it was 15 minutes. There are so many questions to solve, and the articles are too long, so I couldn't read them in time. So it was really a tiring experience. I had no time to sleep because I had to study really a lot of things. So I thought it was the most failed exam in my life. But since I failed a lot, I think I really learned a lot from this exam. So I planned quite a few things to get better score in final exam. And I decided to practice solving questions in time. And I also thought I should memorize more English and Japanese vocabularies. And I should also read and study a lot of Korean poems and novels. And I decided to also solve 30 questions, math questions every day. I'm not sure if I can do all of these things, but I thought that the most important thing was not giving up. And I thought even though I get low score, if I keep trying and not give up and try hard, I think that someday I can get good score. Done. Did anybody feel the same like me? Middle school and high school exam, very different.
Really different.
Yeah, Jeongul, what point did you think was different?
When I was in middle school, the time was always enough. Like I spent like 20 minutes to solve the question and there was many time left, but this time it wasn't enough, so I had to be like super fast to solve all the questions.
Me too, same. How about Subin and Haewon? Was it too different or just similar?
It was too different.
Yes.
Remember many things and study a lot more, much more than possible.
Yeah, there are much more things to study in high school. Okay. Next was Subin.
Right.
I think our school's middle term test is very difficult. I had trouble when I study for my midterm test. When I studied English, like Hyoung, its range is so wide and I can't even know where did I have to study and what things I have to study, because it's our first test in Dale Foreign Language High School, and Dale Foreign Language High School is a unique high school, different from other regular high school, and they have very high. They require us very high language level, and I thought that our English test would be very difficult. And when I took an exam, I thought that I was right. It's very difficult. And when I studied Japanese for my midterm test, I thought it would be very difficult. And it was difficult, but I have a regret that if I studied harder in past, I think I can get much more great score.
I really want to start Taylor. Maybe you guys don't know, but he doing many TV programs, and he's actually he's an American, but now living in Korea, and he's really good at many languages, maybe 4 or 5 languages. Because we are in the case of that we are going to foreign language high school, and I think maybe there will be many students who want to go abroad for study later. So I think Tyler is in the case of the situation and get succeed. So I think it will be really great if we can hear his story and learn some tips how to learn foreign language well.
Okay. I agree with C. I want to invite 유재석 because I heard that he was successful. He was not successful in the first time, but he could have succeeded because of his effort. And he lived his life more than we did. So I think we have a lot to learn from his numerous experiences. And he allows others to stand out on the air rather than himself. So I think there is a lot to learn from his based on his usual behavior.
Right. Okay. How about Soyoung?
I really invite IU because when I listen to IU's music, the IU's lyrics and music is so hurtful to me. Also, IU had a hard time, but she overcame it. So she can tell us many tips for our lives. So I want to listen to her whole life story. Me, if you can choose to life celebrity, 유재석 vs 박명수.
Can I talk first?
Yes.
I really become Bang Myung-soo because I really not good at to speak my opinion directly because I have to care a lot of people's mind. So I have to hide my minds or my feelings or emotions, but Bang Myung-soo doesn't do that. He always talk about his opinion and emotion directly. So I really wanted to become him, and I really wanted to talk my minds or opinion directly.
I also think Bang Myung's life is better because I think Yujaeseok's life is really amazing, but if I become a Yujaeseok, then I have too much to care about like image management or like other people. So I think Bang Myung's life is more better.
I agreed.
Me too.
Then I will go first about this topic. I think the midterm test that I took last week was harder than the other tests that I had taken. Some questions had confusing answers that I thought two of them could be the right answers. And it was a tough experience to take the middle test of Dale Foreign Language High School. During the midterm test, I felt my physical strength was too weak to maintain and prepare for the midterm test. While I was taking the test, I surely recognized that strength is really an important factor for taking a test in Dale Foreign Language High School. As a result, for the final exams, I will exercise consistently to gain up my physical strength to peak my condition to be the best and take the test better than before. For example, by doing jumping ropes every weekends or take a walk for 1.5 hours. Anyone has other opinion about this topic? Then Jiyoung can speak her opinion.
The midterm exam was not prepared in advance, so I did not do well. But I think the midterm exam made me realize a lot of things. For example, this opportunity made me think that I should prepare for the exams in advance. And also I felt that I should develop studying habits so I can improve myself. So finally, I will do my best for the final exams so that I won't regret it.
And anyone has the other, then you can speak your opinion.
At first, whether the result is good or bad, I want to say that you did a good job. I'm always not good at English, so I don't have confidence. But I did my best on studying English this time, and I cheered myself. So although it wasn't great score, I was satisfied. Except for English, the rest subject exam were a little bit easy than I thought. In the final exam, I want to get a better score than this exam, so I will study enthusiastically.
Other people anyone has more opinion? Then, who wants to go first? Then Jaehoon can speak his opinion.
My midterm exam were failures. There were a lot of problems that I can be correct if I take a test again. I think the reason why I had this problem is my studying was not perfect. It was not a mistake, so I have to find a solution to solve this problem. First of all, I will study during non-exam period. I was lack of time to study during exam period. I think if I study during non-exam period, I can save my time. Second, I will solve many problems about each subject. I cannot solve many problems because I have to memorize, but next time I have to do it. Third, I will make sure I get it correct even if I solve the wrong problem again. I think this time I was insufficient about wrong problems. Maybe if I will keep my promise, I can improve my test. Actually, I couldn't be more wrong here. I will try harder to success.
And lastly, Jiu can speak her opinion.
My midterm grades were somehow fine, but the most regrettable part is that I didn't put much effort. Cramming on the eve of the exam reduced the efficiency of studying and did not help much. The second is that I didn't sleep too much. I had to go to school until 7 a.m., but I studied until 5:30 for 5 days during the exam period.
I was fine until Monday, but suddenly all the sleepiness came at once, and on the last day I couldn't study at all and fell asleep at 12. Therefore, I thought I had to study from time to time and keep proper sleeping time in this final.
My favorite foreign snack is konjac jelly. When I was young, I went on a trip to Japan, and I first tried that, and it was not too sweet, and its texture was very unique, so it became my favorite snack since I first tried it. The bad thing of konjac jelly is that it's quite expensive, but however, except for that, I think it has low calories, so it seems to be the best snack I've ever tried. I'm finished, so who wanna go next?
Minso, but we have to check attendance.
Oh, I forgot.
Yes.
Sorry. So I'm gonna check your attendance now. 다현, 서열, 혁준, 나래. Okay, thank you all. Who wanna go next?
혁준, show me your cat Goni.
Should I go second?
Yes, of course.
Okay, so I'll start. How was your midterm exams, and what kind of efforts will you make for the final exams? Honestly, I have no idea how I did in the midterm exam since I did not grade my scores. So I only have feelings, and I think I really messed up this time. But who knows if I get higher scores than expected. I mean, when I was in middle school, most of the time the score was higher than I expected. And I am sure that most of us messed up too, and the grades are based on relativeness between each student, so I have tiny hope that I can get decent grades. But there's no point about regretting the past, and the important thing that I should be really focusing on is the finals. For the finals, I will start studying and preparing earlier than I did for the midterms. So in the midterms, I had a 3-week plan, but I actually studied for a couple weeks because of other works and I was really busy. So I'll plan for a month and I should be getting like 3 weeks of study. So yeah, moving on to the second topic. This topic was kind of tricky for me because I'm a couch potato and I know nothing about sports and especially in athletes. So I just Googled it and the Google told me Roger Federer. He is one of the highest paid athlete in the world. So Roger Federer is a tennis player and he has many world records and he has maintained the first place in the global tennis ranking over than 340 weeks. And also he has 20 Grand Slam titles. So he is considered as the best tennis player from many pros, other players, public and sports critics. So moving on to the third topic. My favorite foreign snack is taco. I'm a huge fan of Mexican foods and especially taco is my favorite. But it is very difficult to eat decent taco in Korea because we rarely see Mexican food restaurant in streets. A taco shop that is easy to see because Taco Bell tacos do not contain a lot of vegetables and salsa sauce. That's why I don't like Taco Bell. So I had a hard time looking for a good restaurant nearby and I found a good one, but it's been a while I had a taco, so I can't remember its name, but it tasted good with enough vegetables and sauces at a reasonable price. Thank you.
Thank you. Hyukjun, do you know the restaurant name Kuchara?
Not sure.
That restaurant is taco, some kind of Mexican food restaurant, and that is very, very great. So you have to try that.
So yeah, I will try.
Okay. Thank you.